Welcome to the Fully Crypto Podcast.
Welcome, one and all, to another episode of the Fully Crypto Podcast, your home of quality blockchain and cryptocurrency news, reviews, opinion, and more. My name is Mark Hunter, and I'm here with my resident co-host and fellow Fully Crypto scribe, Alex Mears. How are you little Maltese menace?
I'm really good, thanks, mate. How's it been up there in Yorkshire with you?
Oh, it's been a glorious day. We've had a bit of sunshine, been playing a bit of football outside. It's been wonderful.
That sounds like the dream.
It was. Before we get into the meat of our episode today, I wanted just to let you know that I did something on my computer today that I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been avoiding it for a long time. It's left me feeling quite dirty, but also kind of excited. I used Uniswap for the first time. See, it's a groundbreaking moment. After all the shilling and all the rubbish on crypto Twitter, I've finally cracked and thought it's about time I gave it a try. Do you know much about it?
No, I've never heard of it. It's new to me. Tell us all about it, boy.
It's horrible. It's a horrible experience. I'll keep this brief. But there's so many issues with it. I know there's some exchanges and various platforms where there's no order book, and I get that. But it's the fact that you have no, unless you can find a separate chart from somewhere on the site, there's no concept of where the price is or how much you will be paying for your tokens. So you send your ETH over, you hook up your MetaMask wallet or whatever, and then you basically say, I want to buy X number of tokens for X amount of Ethereum. And it gives you like a rough balance. So you kind of roughly know what you're spending and what you're getting. Be like, okay, so that's the first time you know about the price. And you click a button to say confirm. And then you say, okay, go and buy it. And it spins away and tells you it's been rejected. Like, oh, okay. And so you've got to find out from the code on Etherscan why it's been rejected. Normally, it's because the gas price is too low. So you're like, okay, fine, didn't know that. So you go back and you're like, where's my ETH gone? You keep the ETH you were going to spend, but whatever you spent on your gas is gone. So even though it's been rejected, you've lost what you've paid for the transaction.
That's a bit crap.
It is very crap. And especially when you consider that the price of gas at the moment is still, even though like all that yam crap has died, it's still really high. So for the few tokens I was buying today, I was paying like $5, $6, up to $9 per transaction, and it was still failing.
Well, that's shit.
Yeah.
This is why you're gonna love our guest today.
Well, this is it exactly. After all the issues I had, I thought it might be a great time to get someone on that knows a bit about exchanges, that might in some way be able to offer some kind of qualified opinion on Uniswap. And we have one. It's Ben Convery, COO of Changeangel, and he just happens to be on the line. Ben, how are you doing?
Yeah, good, Mark. How are you, bro?
Very, very good, thanks. How are things at Changeangel Towers?
Yeah, everything's always good at Changeangel. We're just one massive family, you know?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's all sunshine and rainbows.
I wish it was, but it is most of the time.
So, for those of our listeners that don't know about Changeangel, do you want to give a bit of a blurb about what it is you guys do and what you represent?
Yeah, so predominantly at the moment, we're a swap exchange where you can swap Bitcoin for multiple other cryptocurrencies. We call ourselves the swap exchange for social good because we massively support the non-ICO blockchain projects that are out there. That could be from either donating cryptocurrencies to them or going out to global crypto events worldwide, promoting them. And yeah, just as I said before, we're just one big, massive family. We've got a beautiful community, a loyal community where we're just crypto mental. And that is basically Changeangel in a nutshell, really.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. That sums up pretty much what I think is the perfect non-custodial swap exchange, if you ask me. I've used it many times, and honestly, I love where the fees go. I love how easy it is. I love how quick it is, and I love how cheap it is. It's cheaper than any others I tried out. And it's nice to see that you are constantly adding new coins. Like there are so many out there, they just plug on with the same bloody coins time and time again. There's no variety, no choice. You see a new coin pop up, you think, oh, that looks cool. They don't have it, but come to you, it's there.
Yeah, I mean, we've probably got about a list of 100 coins what we need to sort of vet and go through. I mean, we don't just want to add any old coin. The
Yeah,
community want to need it. We could literally add 100 coins tomorrow if we wanted to, but it's got to be the right fit. It's got to be what people who use Changeangel want. You know,
yeah.
especially with the non-ICOs. They've got to be part of the family.
Exactly, because that's something that you guys are very particular about is the family, isn't it? That's the feeling, that's the feedback you get. It doesn't matter what coin you're writing about, what coin you're promoting on that day. All the other coins, they chime in, they cheer, they help out, they support.
Well, that's it.
It's
It's
like a big
brilliant. I
happy
mean,
family, isn't it?
if you know, if you look back, a couple of years ago, that how much thought there was in the crypto communities,
Yeah,
which is one of the reasons why, not the main reason, but one of the reasons why we wanted to create Change Angel. Um, but basically, is get the non-ICO communities to work together because
yeah,
they're superb on their own, but as a team, working together for that mass adoption is absolutely huge. And
exactly.
we've seen it play out. We've got the Verge community and the Digibyte community where developers are helping each other out. You've got people with the main core teams promoting each other now. Redcoin and Popcoin, some awesome non-ICOs, and these are tried and tested blockchains. They're not ERC20, they're not just something was come up here overnight in the crypto community. These are established, cryptocurrencies, blockchains. Um, so it's really nice to see, really.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's something that I think a lot of other communities outside the crypto world could learn from. If you stop fighting one another and you start helping each other, you can achieve a lot more than if you just go at it alone. You can still go for your own sort of independent values and goals. So, maybe you want to go here and there and someone else wants to go somewhere else. But if you work together, you can both get there.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Exactly. If you try and do it alone, you're never going to get there. It's going to take a
Yeah.
lot longer and it's going to be a
Well,
lot harder.
exactly. A lot harder. I mean, eventually, hopefully, mass adoption will come for everyone. But, you know, if you team together, it's definitely going to happen a lot sooner and a
Yeah,
lot smoother as well.
exactly. I mean, you look at animals. I mean, they hunt in packs for a reason because you got more chance of success.
Of course.
So yeah, I mean, that's what the cryptos need to do. They need to hunt in packs, don't they?
For the noobs.
So I mean, you told us a bit about Change Angel. You want to give us a little background on you, sort of where you came from, your experience, what it is you do at Change Angel as the COO?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of my age. I'm 42. I'm originally from London. Moved out to the country now, next to the forest. London was just getting too hectic, but I'm not too far away, 30, 40 minutes away. Uh,
Yeah,
I was in the army for 22 years, the British Army. Got into crypto, say, 2016, and then massively just saw the potential of it. And not so much the cryptocurrency side, but the blockchain and the technology behind it. I
yeah,
see crypto as a payment sort of side as a little off stem, but the actual blockchain technology behind it, I think it can really change the world what we live in and make
yeah,
it better for our children. Which is got me massively involved in it. To be fair,
yeah. So, which crypto was it you were working with before? Were you working with Digibyte on the awareness team with Dean originally?
yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm still part of the Digibyte awareness team now. it wasn't my first cryptocurrency what I got into. Obviously, Bitcoin was the first one.
It has to
Then
be the first.
then Litecoin. I think then Ethereum at the same time as Litecoin. Then Digibyte. I just
Nice.
found everything about it so sweet. You know,
Yeah.
where you can send as much as Digibyte as you want within a second. It can be across the world with no hassles.
Oh,
Where
exactly.
when you send in Bitcoin or Ethereum, you're not getting charged gas prices. You're not getting clogged up on the blockchain where it can take a
Yeah.
day, sometimes 2 days. I think 3 days is the longest I've had a Bitcoin transaction wait for.
Serious.
It's just that was back in
Jeez.
2017 when everything was a little bit crazy. But
Okay,
you
yeah.
know,
We had to pay crazy for minor fees to get through.
yeah, I mean, as a crypto trying to promote cryptocurrencies, when you're trying to uh, explain you can send your wealth to from this country to that country for minimal fees and you can do it instantly. Unfortunately, Bitcoin doesn't do that anymore,
Yeah.
nor does Ethereum. You know,
Yeah.
they've got their other uses in this space, but there's so much better out there at the minute.
Yeah, exactly. They become a bit specialized now. So you need to find something that's become specialized in payments.
Yeah, I mean, look at Digibyte. I mean, it's got real world uses like DigiAssets,
Yeah.
DigiID.
I must say, I do use the Anthem and DigiID on quite a few websites now.
Yeah,
I've started using it as like my go-to login process.
yeah, you got your, Changeangel. We was the first exchange to implement Anthem ID and DigiID,
Yeah.
and our users love it because you haven't got to mess around with passwords.
Oh,
You can
exactly. You
just
just scan the QR code and you're done.
yeah. Um, and for hackability, you haven't got a password. The single point of weakness is people's passwords. If you
Yeah.
alleviate that out of the equation, it's a lot harder for a hacker to hack.
I mean, it's almost virtually impossible, isn't it?
Yeah. Um, but when I come back in, I'm talking about sort of transaction fees. I mean, look at Verge. You can send Verge all around the world for a fraction of a cent in another couple of seconds.
Yeah.
There's multiple cryptocurrencies out there now. If you're talking about cryptocurrencies sort of side of it, there's so much better out there, and everything
Yeah.
has to evolve. It's like, going from the Commodore 64, or earlier to the new PS5, what's coming out, or the Xbox. Things
Yeah,
evolve for a
exactly.
reason, you know.
Exactly, because the tech gets better, the people need more, and there's more potential, isn't there?
Yeah, there's more people in the space. There's so many aspects to it.
So what is it? What is it? Do you think, Ben, that's going to mark out? Say in 5 years' time, we all hope that blockchain has been kind of adopted on a bigger scale. What do you think it is that's going to mark out the coins, the payment coins that make it from the ones that don't? Because they can't all survive. They can't all be used as much as each other. So what is it that's going to mark out the successes from the failures? Do you think?
I think, me personally, I think the original blockchain companies will sort of stick there. So, like your Litecoin, your Digibyte, your Verges. Obviously, Bitcoin was before that, but I think the non-ICO era will come back fighting and fighting hard. Um, there's a lot of cryptocurrencies what come out in 2016, 2017, 2018, the ICO era. Some of them are really good, you know, uh, but I think the resurgence of the non-ICOs will hit it solely because there's no single point of failure. You know, they've got all the hundreds of thousands of nodes spread across the world. If one shuts down, it continues, and plus nobody gets paid to to work for these companies. Many ICO companies, they're paying fortunes. 20, 30, 40, 50, £100,000 for an employee, where these companies are doing exactly the same thing, if not better, and have a better product. And basically, that's how it's going to go.
Yeah, exactly. I think when you do something for the love of it, you do it better.
Yeah.
You know, it's like raising your kid versus being a babysitter. You're
Mm.
always going to put more effort into your own kid than you are, someone else's.
Exactly that. Yeah.
So I think, from that sort of point, these non-ICO coins, they've A, flown under the radar for so long, and B, they're far more advanced simply because the people working behind them, they really care. They wake up in the morning thinking, right, how can I fix this? How can I make this better? Rather than, oh, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, have a shit,
Yeah.
I'm going to go smoke a couple of cigarettes, because you don't care when you're getting paid, do you?
Yeah. I mean, it's consistent. I mean, just talking about digibyte, because obviously I'm working with the digibyte awareness team, but the amount of development I see what's ongoing over the years and years, it's amazing to see, and this is all stemmed from a backyard in America by Gerard Tate, and that you've got all these thousands of people now contributing to the Digibyte blockchain. It's exactly the same for Verge. It's exactly the same for Redcoin, Popcoin, Peercoin. There's so many non-ICOs out there,
Yeah.
but it's continuous. It doesn't stop. That's a good thing because it's a world thing.
So obviously, you think that the proof of work has still got a future.
Yeah, I believe proof of stake has as well. To be fair, like Redcoin. Redcoin's like the original social tipping coin, but you can stake on that. There's some awesome non-ICOs what have gone from, proof of work, and then they've either soft fork, hard fork, gone to staking. But them coins, they've consistently run now since the early years. I think these are the ones where everybody needs to have a look at because they're not paying anybody. They can't go bankrupt. They can't. They're not paying millions of pounds in offices. These are the ones where you seriously need to look at and think: do I need to invest in them, or do I want to invest in them? When they're basically just creating so much money and wealth, but spending it in the incorrect way.
On the flip side, though, if you're talking years down the line, you've got the issue where, as you said a few minutes ago, Bitcoin transactions, when the network gets congested, they're slow and they're expensive. Ethereum, obviously, as I said at the start of this, they've been really bad recently. And the issue there is that the older coins that have been around for a good few years, they are being left behind. They have to really, like Ethereum's doing, they have to really push and advance and almost change their nature completely to still fit in. So do you not think that these older proof of work coins, these non-ICO coins, do you not think that they're going to suffer from a technological standpoint when you've got newer, sleeker, faster coins coming onto the market that people are more likely to adopt and to use day to day?
No, far from it. I go back to Digibyte. It's the most forward-thinking blockchain technology out there. With its multi-chain. There's multiple use cases for it already. Unfortunately, 2017 sort of blocked its progression, as in within the crypto community and the noobs coming back into the market. Sorry. But the technology there for Digibyte is a million times better than any of the new technology coming out.
Yeah, it's tried and tested, isn't it? It's sort of battle hardened.
Well, it's tried and tested, battle hardened. It's let's just say the 5 mining algos. It's got DigiID, as I've said before. There's multiple use cases. Digi assets, for instance. People can create anything.
Well, there's even that COVID tracker on it now as well.
Yeah, the COVID tracker. I don't know how far that's actually gone through the governments now. I'm not actually too
Yeah.
sure.
But I mean, if you personally want to download it, you can. You can still run it. It runs on the blockchain.
But that's right. Yeah.
You're using Digibyte's wallet tech to keep you safe and keep those around you safe. I mean, can Bitcoin do that? Can Ethereum do that? No.
I mean, you can build on Digibyte as well. That's
Yeah.
the crazy thing. You can do whatever you want to do on Ethereum, and you can do it on Digibyte as
Yeah.
blockchain, and it's going to be a lot more secure and a lot more faster.
And you know what I actually really personally like about Digibyte is the fact that the it's easy. You don't need to be a professional coder. You don't need to understand Solidity. You can just do it. Like to create a digi asset, there's a website where you just click a button, you upload a file, write a text, and say, "Oh, this is a cat." You now own a cat,
Yeah,
and you put in your wallet address, and that's it. You've made a blockchain asset.
that's right. And you
Whereas
can
with
send
Ethereum,
it.
you need to hire a programmer. It's just so complicated and convoluted. It's just not worth it. Whereas Digibyte sort of makes it simple. It's sort of
It's
for your everyday guy.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of like the people's coin. I mean, Raven coin's very similar. You know, absolutely love them guys over there. Um, very similar, as in with the asset sort of side of it. Um, but yeah, it's just amazing what these. I know Raven coin's a little bit newer, but again, it's a non-ICO. But what these guys are doing through just love of the community is astonishing. You know, these ICOs or IEOs, they pay millions and millions of pounds to get to where they're not even at the stage of some of these coins. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm so passionate about them. Just that they waste so much money, people's money, and they haven't even got half a decent project.
Yeah, exactly. They've just got like a half-baked project they've done for a quick cash grab almost. Well, that's what
Yeah,
it feels like.
Well, what did EOS raise? Four billion over like a year long ICO, something
Yeah.
along those lines. What do you need that much money for?
Yeah,
yes,
what do you do
that's
with 4 billion? What would you guys do at Changeangel if you got 4 billion tomorrow morning?
we'd probably give it away to the non-ICOs, to be
You
fair.
would, wouldn't you?
Um, but yeah, we might pocket a little bit so we can travel the world and go to crypto events. But yeah, we'd definitely help them boys out, girls.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When you guys go to crypto events, you don't really promote yourselves, do you? You promote other people. You promote the other non-ICO coins.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the main thing. I mean, on the registration, we have to put our company down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, we solely go there just to promote the blockchains on our platform. Um,
Yeah.
we do get questions about Changeangel, but straight away we convert it back to the coins on or tokens on Changeangel, and it's
No,
really good to
exactly.
see. I mean, we've been to some great events. You know, CoinFest UK went last year. Hopefully in October we'll be back there this year.
Yeah. You gonna come back to the Malta Blockchain Summit?
Yeah, I mean, we was gutted last year. We couldn't come. Um,
Yeah, no, I went past your booth, in fact, and
yeah,
I
I
was
know it was all
disappointed not
set
to
up.
see you. I was really
Yeah,
hyped. It was the only reason I went.
nice one. I mean, yeah, no, 100%. As soon as we can travel to Malta, I mean, we're in contact with the Malta event, and
Yeah.
they're great guys, absolute great guys. They
Yeah,
understood
no,
that
they're
we can
lovely
go
there.
due to family reasons. Um, but then we got Crypto Compare in London, amazing event that was. Um, but there's loads, you know, and not only just that, us going to them, we also help out the coins going to events. So we've helped Popcoin go to an event in Miami. We
Oh,
secured
cool.
that deal for them, so they went there. You know, massive sort of event in Miami. You know,
Yeah.
it's just sort of stuff like that. We just really care about them.
Yeah, it's nice to see an exchange care about the coins. the projects that are on their exchange, because there are so many exchanges out there that only care about one thing, and that's the CEO's new yacht.
Well, exactly, and
I
profit.
mean,
Yeah,
you look at Binance. Look at what Binance do. Every time a new coin becomes popular, and that's what people talk about, they list it, then they add margin trading, they add discounts. They're clearly only after one thing. It's just lining their own pockets. Whereas you guys, you just, you give pretty much everything back, which, it's unseen, unheard of. I mean, it really makes you stand out from the crowd in my eyes.
yeah. I mean, I think coming from our background, I mean, we spent thousands, like myself, Dean, going to events, trying to promote blockchain.
Yeah.
And we basically thought to ourselves, there's got to be a sustainable way for the blockchains or non-ICOs to basically not have to pay themselves. Everybody's
Yeah.
a volunteer, but people are paying out of their own pocket just for the love,
Exactly. And
donations and stuff
they
like
shouldn't
that.
have to.
They shouldn't have to. This technology is going to, I wouldn't say save our children, but it's definitely going to make their lives better.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah. It will shape the world they live in.
yeah, 100%. Similar to sort of us with the internet.
Yeah.
The internet shaped our life. I mean, I can't get my bloody kid off of it. you know,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly. Whereas our kids are growing up in the same era that we grew up in, but they have blockchain, we have the internet.
yeah,
So it's sort of something our grandkids, they're just gonna grow up with blockchain and think that's just normal.
yeah, exactly that. I mean, I don't know how many years that's going to be, but it's definitely happening. I mean, you see the difference from, let's say, even just a couple of years ago, 218.
Yeah.
How many I mean exchanges really? I mean, I went to Jamaica in 2019. All they were saying is, look, we love crypto, but how do we get our money back if we need it? And at
Yeah.
that time, it was really hard to give them an answer unless there was a couple of, obviously your Coinbase and that. Um,
Yeah.
but now there's multiple. You've got ATMs. There's so much out there, where you can physically, if you need to, you can sell your crypto and get your cash back out.
Oh,
A few
exactly.
years ago, you had to go through quite a lot of barriers just to get your money back.
Yeah, it was very tough. But now, especially in Europe, I don't know what it's like elsewhere in the world, but you have hundreds of options. You can use exchanges, you can use these mobile wallets that have bank cards, you can go to an ATM that's around the corner. You can even just meet people from, the internet. Just go on like Bitcoin Talk or Reddit and be like, hey, look, I'm in this town, this city. I want to sell this much Bitcoin because I need the cash. Anyone interested in taking it? And within 5 minutes, you'll have sold it.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. I mean, personally, I've never used any of them. I don't trust any of them. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I don't know if they're good or bad, to be fair. But I have heard about them.
Yeah. No, you got to be careful for the fees. The fees are what bites you on some of these ones, especially the ones with bank cards. You can get fees up to 1%, which doesn't sound like much, but
Yeah,
if you go through Coinbase Pro, you're paying like 0.5%.
yeah,
Binance 0.6%. So if you're gonna wait a bit long, if you can wait longer, you're gonna save yourself quite a bit of money.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I sort of see a lot of people using credit card. Um,
Yeah.
some of the fees on them are, pretty large. You
Well,
know,
exactly, because you pay the exchange fee, plus you pay the credit card fee.
yeah. And then
And
plus
the credit cards take it the same as a cash advance, I think, now.
yeah, well, that's it. They have to sort of protect themselves, so I sort of get it
Yeah.
because of the chargeback. So I
Yeah.
do get it, but if you can pay by SEPA or faster payments or something like that, it's much better too, because the percentage is a lot better.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the other
some
day
people.
I
Oh, go
the
on.
other day I
Sorry.
tried out this mobile app called Change Invest, I think it was. And to confirm, you had to make a SEPA transfer. It was in my account in like 10 minutes. Didn't cost me anything. I bought Bitcoin for free. I was like, what? This is unheard of.
Yeah,
So I think it's definitely the way forwards is the SEPA transfers.
Yes, I mean it's a lot better. I mean, unfortunately, you've got to give your details over, because if you think back in the day, everybody was trying to stay cognitus and stay. They didn't want their identities revealed, But
Yeah.
I think it's come that far now where even KYC, people sort of say something about KYC, but we've got that large now as a community, crypto community, where KYC is sort of needed.
This is one of my real bugbears, actually, is that there's still too many people living in the past, and the people that want Bitcoin to go to 100,000 because they want to sell at that price, great. But if you want to get that kind of money in, retail isn't going to drive that kind of market. You need a much bigger ecosystem to do that, and
Yeah,
it's got as big as it's going to get, without tapping into that extra market. But you can't expect to get all this amazing wealth and not have people know who you are. Like, you can't have both things. And I noticed it actually when BitMEX came out last week and said they were going to start KYC. The kick up, the fuss on Twitter was, oh, I'm getting off this, getting off that. I'm like, are you all living to hop from exchange to avoid having to register your details anywhere, to avoid tax, do this and do that? You're not going to last much longer in this space. You're going to be relegated to these crappy exchanges that are ripping you off time and time again because you don't want the government to know who you are. If you want those big prices, you're going to have to do it. It's a natural part of growth.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's evolution, isn't it?
Hmm.
When Bitcoin first started, I can fully get that, because if I would have heard of Bitcoin then, I would have jumped right in. Unfortunately, I didn't. But the new breed now coming along and the mass adoption of where we're going, it's inevitable that you have to do these processes, because
Yeah.
you don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to name a terrorist organisation, but let's just say a terrorist side organisation want to hide their money and just put it into Bitcoin. You know,
Hmm. Well, they have been,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, it's that easy to do
No,
currently.
exactly.
I mean, it's getting harder. So it doesn't protect. It doesn't protect just me and you. It protects the whole world, really.
No, I was just going to say, I get the argument that some people make where they say, oh, the moment that governments get involved, they can take your crypto off you without them kind of needing to, and this sort of thing. And there is the element of that. There is the element of the kind of the authorities suddenly being able to swipe your crypto away from you, like they did gold back in the 1930s, whenever it was. But that's so seldom going to be the case. You're gonna catch many more people doing illegal things than you're going to have governments going in and taking people's crypto because they think they've done something bad. It's a really skewed perspective.
Yeah, 100%. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, if the government wants to take my crypto, they're gonna have to do it over my dead body and then guess my private keys.
This is it. Yeah, yeah.
but I
I'm
mean, one
sorry.
one of- one of the myths what I always sort of think about crypto is people, unless you're using a privacy coin, and even then they're trackable. But let's say your fiat currency, your pound, US dollar, euro, etc. You can't really track that, whereas
Mm.
cryptocurrencies you can. So all these people, when I'm trying to say to people about cryptocurrencies, um, and this is a daily occurrence, and they're like, oh yeah, but it's for drug dealers or it's for illegal stuff. And I'm like, well, no, because there's a transaction. There's a transaction going from that wallet to that wallet. You know, everything's tracked. Unless you're using a privacy coin, it's
Yeah.
totally different. But one drug dealer to another drug dealer can swap £1 million over. There's nothing. There's literally no transaction being done apart from a load of cash. Blockchain sort of, or cryptocurrency sort of stops that. You know,
Yeah.
because there is that transaction on the blockchain.
Exactly. Exactly. You can track it and follow it.
Yeah,
It's not like cash where it just goes missing.
No, exactly. Sure, you ain't got a name, but you can track everything, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so all these people what say to me, "Oh, yeah, it's for drug dealers, it's for you know, uh, terrorists, it's for this and that and that." It's totally untrue.
Yeah. Because I mean, eventually you're going to get to a point where you need the KYC. And then it's like, okay, well, Mohammed Al Shabani, he just tried to cash out all this Bitcoin and he's a terrorist. So we're going to presume everyone else is. So, let's send Ben and his lads over. They'll sort
Yeah.
him out. They'll get it back. So the other week you announced that you have become a platinum sponsor, Digibyte and a Digibee. You want to tell our readers what that means and what that means to you and how you're going to help out?
Yeah, I mean, we're over the moon with this partnership. Obviously, coming from uh, the sort of Digibyte background originally. I mean, we wasn't the first sponsors, but things happen for a reason, and we're so happy that being a platinum sponsor. And already, we're trying to help the foundation. The foundation's sort of doing amazing work with what they're doing, with exchange listings, development, um, so much what them guys are doing in the back burner. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just totally amazing to sort of see. Um, about time as well, to be fair.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. I mean, how many years has it been now? It's just been over one, hasn't it? And you must have
Yeah,
donated thousands. So it's about bloody time they they gave you that status.
I mean, to be fair, it was always on the cards. It's just our paths at that time never sort of crossed. We were too
Yeah.
busy in development and all that sort of stuff. We always backed them
Yeah.
and liked and retweet. But I mean, Rudy, Hans, all them, we speak to them on a daily basis. We just never got round to seeing in the partnership, really. But now we've done it.
Yeah, it's sort of thing you become mates, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we knew each other way before the foundation, so it was just one of those things what we never actually got round to because everybody's so busy. So it's
Yeah.
just really nice just to get the deal done.
Yeah,
Um,
it's great to see. And how are you going to use your new rights as platinum sponsors and a Digibee?
I mean,
Like, what's going to be one of your first changes you try and make?
already so far, we've got a competition. So basically, the Digibyte Foundation have got like I say it is a membership, but it's called the Digibees. And basically, if you become a Digibee, you've got the rights to basically say where the donations and the development and the future of Digibyte can go. Um,
Yeah.
so we've sorted out a competition for that where you can win $200. So
Oh,
um,
cool.
basically
What do you
new
have to do to get in that?
basically just register as a Digibee. So you can
Okay.
go to the Digibyte Foundation's website. I
We're
think
going to link that in the description for you.
I think it's about $8 or something like that to become a Digibee.
That's it.
Eight
And we could
dollars,
win 250.
$200 it is of
Oof.
Digibyte.
That's tasty. See,
And it's
that's a
nice
great
now because there's
investment
been
there.
a little dip as well.
Yeah.
But basically, it's not going to be it's not going to be $200 for one person. We're going to split that out by for 5 people, so it's $40 each.
Okay.
Um,
That's good for an $8 investment.
yeah, so it's cool. So that's one thing we've sort of done. The second thing is the buy Digibyte. So we've partnered up with a profit share with the
Yeah.
Digibyte Foundation and Digibyte Awareness Team. So you can buy a Digibyte on Changeangel's website, Foundation's website, and the Digibyte Awareness Team.
Yeah.
We've gone into a profit share, and basically all of the fees or the profit what we make will go back into sort of Digibyte.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and then if you become a Digibyte, you've got then a voice to where that goes. So the foundation will
Oh,
basically,
that's
let's
cool.
say we need to do this development. Do you agree? If 60% say no, 40% say yes, then it won't happen.
Yeah.
Which is it's all about decentralization.
Exactly. So by becoming a DigiB, you've got a voice. You have an active opinion and a say where your money and your fees is going.
Exactly that. Yeah. I mean, you haven't got to be a DigiB to have that voice, because
Okay.
Digibyte's so decentralized. You can just create or do your own thing. But when it comes to the foundation, or it's massively important. They've made some awesome partnerships, and with the revenue what they've made, it's important that the actual community themselves have a voice that where the digibyte, I say fiat, but in a fiat sort of capacity, it is digibyte, where it goes.
Yeah, exactly. You get a bit more of a say where it goes, and I think it's nice to see that even though you might not be the biggest contributor, you might not be a developer, you're still helping it grow by saying or suggesting, "Oh, we could maybe look at this."
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, even if you haven't got, let's say, 1,000 digibyte to spare, if you're going to buy digibyte anyway, buy it through SEPA or faster payments, which is the
Yeah,
cheaper option, and you're contributing anyway.
yeah, exactly.
So if you haven't got 1,000 digibyte to spare, or 100,000 digibyte, or whatever, as long as you use that service, you're contributing to the growth of digibyte.
Well, I mean, as long as they use Changeangel, they're still contributing to the
Well,
growth.
even Changeangel,
If
yeah.
they exactly, so even if they swap, I don't know, Bitcoin to Digibyte, they're still helping, aren't they?
Of course, yeah, because we'd donate. So, I mean, there's so many
Yeah.
options. I mean, there's loads of exchanges out there, and
I think this is the biggest reason if you're going to use a non ICO, the biggest reason to buy the non ICO should be to help them.
yeah,
And if you're going to help them, don't buy them from Binance or Coinbase, buy them from you guys because you actually give back. Whereas the other two, it's Brian Armstrong's new yacht fund or Changpeng Zhao's new bloody villa. The money's going the wrong place at the end of the day. It should be going back to the non ICOs that need it and they're going to use it properly. They're not going to
exactly.
use it to go and splurge on a vacation, are they?
Yeah, I mean, the other exchanges have their uses.
Oh, for sure.
For traders and stuff like that. But as a community members, real community members, there's nothing better.
Yeah.
Not so much, let's just say Changeangel, but the Foundation, Digibyte, the Verge Core, the Redcoin team, the Popcoin team, just all of those non-ICOs, Peercoin, the list goes on.
Yeah. It's almost
Litecoin,
endless.
yeah, supporting those guys is phenomenal.
Exactly. It's great to see and it's nice it feels nice as a person. You feel like, oh, okay, I've gone to buy some red coin or some Litecoin. And you buy it through ChangeAge and you feel good about it. You feel like, oh, you know what, I've done some good today.
Exactly that, yeah. And the more people we get, the more development these coins can do. I mean, they're gonna do the development anyway, but to
Yeah.
speed
You
it
just sort of
up,
speed
and
it up, don't you? And
yeah,
it's kind of like
exactly that.
you helped it grow. You sort of fed it, didn't you? It's like watching the plants grow.
That's it, feeding the water.
You give them some miracle food and you feel good about it, don't you?
You do, yeah. I mean, I do every time. I use Changeangel myself when I do a swap. And it is nice. It is nice.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to say that, but
You have to say, otherwise Dean will kill you.
but it's true though. It is true.
Yeah.
It's just a nice thing. I know, like earlier on today, I got some red coin. I know a part of my transaction fee is going back to red coin.
Yeah. And parts
It's
going,
just great.
to your beer fund for later.
Oh, the beer fund. I've got a slush fund. Don't worry about that.
When it comes to adding coins, what's your criteria for adding coins, and are you going to be listing any of these food-based DeFi projects?
Well, funny enough, I'll start with a food-based DeFi. DeFi. We've already got some on our site, to be fair. But when it comes to non-ICOs, we never charge them a transaction fee or like a listing fee. Sorry, we'd never do that because we're all about giving. So far, to the current date, we've never charged anybody to list on Changeangel. If the community want it, then the community want it, basically.
Without naming names, have you ever said no to anybody? And if so, why?
We haven't said no.
That's because you're too nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've got a list. I think it's about 110, 120 coins / tokens now. What want to come onto our exchange?
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's a lot. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we can't.
That's an awful lot.
We're adamant that it has to fit on Changeangel. If we was just a normal exchange, we could just list them like that, you know.
Yeah.
But we have to do our own research. I mean, we know a lot of them, but you still got to do your due diligence. Do the community want it? Do the other coins want it?
You've got to make sure there's demand for it. You've got to make sure that they're a fit with your ethos.
Yeah,
You know, because
exactly.
if not, then it's a waste, isn't it? It's a wasted spot. It's a wasted space. It's wasted everything.
And
really.
people want. I tell you what Changeangel really like is a coin or a token who one self promotes. More importantly, though, promotes other coins and tokens.
Yeah.
You know, that is the be all and end all.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, because they don't care about number one. They care about everybody.
Yeah, if you're big enough to say, right, look, we've got this awesome blockchain technology, but this awesome blockchain technology is awesome as well. You know, fantastic. You know, that's what we're all about. I mean, one of our, I say, ethoses is work together as a crypto community. You know, so if that happens, you're pretty much on Changeangel, really.
Sweet. So now we know what we got to do when we create a FullyCrypto coin.
Yeah, got to be nice to everyone.
Yeah.
That's it. Nice,
We love everybody.
hug, loads of kisses.
So if we put a gun to your head, I mean, let's pretend Mark has a Glock. You know, it's fully loaded. He's pointing it at you. You got to pick one coin that's currently on Changeangel as your favorite. Which would you pick and why? And you're not allowed to use any of your ninja army skills to disarm him.
Oh, gee. I mean, that's a bad question. I mean, obviously, I say I work for Digibyte, but I volunteer for Digibyte.
Yeah.
Can I say them?
Yeah, of course you can.
Well, it'd have to be Digibyte solely for the amount of years and friends that I've put into Digibyte.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be them.
No, fair enough. Like, I know you were at Digibyte beforehand, so I expected it to be the answer. I just wanted to make you sweat a little bit there.
Yeah,
You know,
that
it
was a
can't be an
tough
easy one,
question
you know?
because I love them all just as much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hold them all. You know, I'm a massive Litecoin fan as well. You know, huge Litecoin fan.
It's a bit like you've got seven kids and you love them all equally, but the firstborn has that little special place in your
Yeah,
heart.
I mean, Lisa answered it. A lot of people wouldn't have answered that.
Oh, exactly.
But-
They'd have said, no, go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Means you got balls.
Yeah, got to have the balls.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you are one of the few exchanges that are listing BSV. You know, you're one of the easiest ways to get BSV. What is your take on Craig Wright claiming to be Satoshi and his little pet Calvin? Like, do you think they're good for BSV, or are they just, you know, making it like a shitcoin? Because the tech is actually quite good. I mean, I love the tech. I think the tech is great. It's got great potential. But what do you think about them too?
To be fair, when it comes to BSV, solely we're not bothered about founders or anything like that. I mean, I don't pay no attention to the founder. more importantly, though, is the community. So the technology is good and it is fast and it is, you know, one of those blockchains what could
Yeah.
succeed.
Well, it's got all the solutions that Bitcoin really needs. I mean, the thing is, even if you took away all the block rewards from BSV and you just left it on transaction fees alone, if the blocks were full, the miners would make an absolute fortune.
Yeah, I mean, technology wise, it's really good. Um, but like any project, you've got a founder and then you've got a community where we're always, you know, community bound.
Yeah.
You know, and it is a great and fast and speedy blockchain, you know, and a cryptocurrency, which is why we listed it. Not
Yeah.
Nothing to do with founder. I mean, I've
Okay.
seen loads of comments on the internet. I've seen loads of that, but it really doesn't bother us. It's the
Yeah.
technology what we're after.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that people need to see about this BSV, Calvin Ayre, Craig Wright crap is that the tech is actually pretty decent. It's solid. I mean, it's just a face. It's just a face they've slapped on it. They picked someone bad to slap as a face on there.
Unfortunately, yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't really know too much about him, to be fair.
Well,
Mm.
we will do at some point. We're going to do a nice little deep dive into Craig Wright. So don't you worry.
Yeah.
When that time comes, we'll let you know, and you will know all about him.
Calvin is
Awesome.
already not our biggest fan. He's already blocked us.
All
Blocked
right.
us, yeah.
All right. So on your Twitter account, you've got these really cool gifs of you. I think it's you giving a thumbs up. Who on earth made those for you, and how can we get some?
Do you
They're
know
great.
what? I'm so glad you asked this question. So there is a team of people, and they sort of
Yeah.
come under digibyte memes, but they're
Oh,
bigger than that because there's a wider community, and they just create memes, gifs, just fun stuff for the crypto community all the time. I don't know if it was originally set up by Blazard.
I love him. His stuff is
Yeah,
great.
such a dude, man. Do you know what I mean? A rapper sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think,
He's like proper one of the lads. You know, you
yeah,
guarantee he's always there when you want to go on a night out. It could be
exactly. He's
Monday,
just,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He is there. He
yeah.
is your
So
lad.
we they created them. I mean, if you go onto the GIF sort of thing on Twitter or um,
Yeah.
Telegram, for instance, if you just type in Changeangel, there's hundreds of like GIFs and memes,
Wicked.
which is it's so nice because you know we're an exchange, but our community members who use us are creating these for free. You know, that's what I'm sort of saying. It's the family. You know,
Yeah.
you know, what other exchanges sort of randomly got people creating decent memes and decent gifts and you know,
Exactly. I think that's the key word there actually is that it's decent stuff.
yeah,
You know, because anybody can make some old crap for Binance, but it's just not the same. There's a good ounce or two of love and attention that's gone into these. Like they make sense, they're good,
Mm.
they're funny. I mean, some of Blazord's stuff that he posts is brilliant. I love it.
that's it. Yeah,
You know, it
I,
just makes you chuckle, doesn't it?
I tell you who else as well. There's there's a group of Filipinian um, sort of part of the memes as well. Well, they are.
Yeah.
Their creations are absolutely technically amazing. Some of their videos, I mean, it's astonishing what they do. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, if
Yeah.
anyone wants to hire them, get in contact. You know, because their work is just superb.
Can we get
Absolutely
their
superb.
details in the description, do you think? We get
Yeah,
it
I'll
down
send
there
it to
so
you.
people can reach out to them.
Yeah, I'll send you their Telegram. But
Awesome. We'll put it in the description of this video.
yeah, their video content is, I mean, when I say second to none, it's amazing.
Oh, awesome. We're gonna have to get those on here sometime.
Yeah.
Mate, let's make notes, Mark. Let's get them in here.
Yeah. I mean, you got who else have you got? You got Jesus Christ. You got Lenny from SC Farms. He's what a dude. He set up the Philippinian
Oh yeah.
sort of Telegram group, but I think he created like a digi asset where you can crab farm. He's basically farming crabs, and people share the profit in digibyte. Oh, absolutely astonishing what that
That is
dude's
cool.
doing.
This sounds like yam farming, but on digibyte.
Yeah, but these are
Yeah.
real crabs, man.
They're
He's got
actual
a
real crabs.
Yeah. He's got a real
What?
working farm.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've broken through the fourth
Yeah,
wall
it's a
here.
real working farm, and people profit share. And
That's
it was
cool.
all
So what
through
do? You
digi
invest,
asset.
you buy
Really
like
cool.
crabs, and he farms them for you and gives you your profit.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so if you bought like 2 SE farm shares on the digibyte blockchain, you'll get that equivalent back when the harvest came. It's amazing. It's
Oh,
It's
cool.
tokenized crabs. Brilliant.
it's this crazy sort of stuff where people don't really understand, but it's coming. Blockchain's
Yeah,
coming.
it works.
You
Yeah,
know?
the change is coming. The
Mhm.
potential is there. It's sort of showcasing what can be done.
Yeah.
I mean, look at fucking Ethereum. They got these fake yams that, end up losing you millions. Whereas this guy is
Yeah.
giving you legit crabs. You could probably go and touch it if you asked him.
Yeah. Invest in a real business. This is the
Exactly.
beautiful thing. Some builder in South London can literally go onto Digibyte now and tokenize his business. Literally go like
Yeah.
that. So every job, if he's fixing the roof, every person will get a percentage of that roof or of the profit.
Oh, that's
It's,
cool. So you could sort of pay his fees and you'd all get a
yeah.
cut.
There's
Nice.
so much what you can do with it. So much what you can do. I mean, that's just so basic. That's a basic
Yeah.
version. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, exactly. That's just sort of the very basic what you can do, but the potential is nearly unlimited.
Oh, it
If
is
you've got the
unlimited.
time and you're willing to learn.
Yeah. I mean, just think. I don't know. Let's just say football tickets. I go to the football all the time at Millwall.
Oof.
Well, when I don't oof me.
It's not as bad as it used to be, Miz. It's not
Are
as bad
you
as it used to
sure?
be. It's not the 80s anymore.
But you can tokenize your tickets. Everything would just be from your Digibyte
Yeah.
wallet. Have you got a ticket?
That's-
Yeah, there
That's
it
how
is.
it needs to be, because
Yeah.
you know how many times you go and buy from these ticket touts and it turns out to be a
Mm.
fake. You get let down on the day, but if you put some sort of
Exactly.
blockchain in there, you're safe.
Yeah, I mean that alleviates all of that. There's no way of hacking it.
I think either FIFA or UEFA did that. Either the last World Cup or the European
Yeah,
Championship,
for
something
the
like that.
Champions League final
Is that
last
what it
year.
was? Yeah, they did. They had a bunch of the tickets at the hospitality or
It was the
something
fancy
were
pants
on the
ones.
blockchain.
All right.
It was, yeah, but you've got to try it somewhere, and it seemed like it was successful. So I think bit by bit these things going to seep in, and it will slowly make an appearance in the real world, and people will realize. Well, they won't realize what's
No.
happening. That the blockchain will kind of come into their lives, and before they know it, they're just downloading an app, and they don't realize it's like stealth blockchain.
Exactly that. Yeah, that is the beautiful thing about blockchain. Eventually, you will not even know you use it. We all do because we're early adopters. Whether you got in at whenever you got in, even to the current day, if you get in now, you're an early adopter. 10, 20, 30 years time, you won't even have a clue that you're using blockchain.
Yeah, exactly. They'd have managed to fit it into everything. I mean, there are even some banks now that using Ripple's tech. You don't know that you're using it; you're just using it.
Yeah,
And I think
exactly
that's
that.
the key.
Yeah, so smooth. I mean, the world's our oyster, as they say.
Oh, it is.
We've just
Or
got
our
to keep
crab.
pushing it. Oh, the crab. Yeah, let's see.
That's our crab.
We just got to keep pushing it, keep moving forward, whether it
Yeah, we
be,
do.
Talking about it on sort of podcasts or telling your mate down the pub.
Exactly. That's the thing. You got to help do your bit, don't you? Whether you're dropping little crypto seeds off at the pub, you're dropping them at motorway service stations, you're telling people, you're telling, that guy who's absolutely smashed out his brains down the pub, whether you're telling the cab driver, some random dude on the train that you sat next to,
I
just
love telling the
spread
taxi driver. I love telling the taxi driver about blockchain.
it.
I was going to say, when that taxi driver is telling you to get into crypto, it's time
Do you
to
know
sell.
what? I've had two say to me about, oh yeah, I know Bitcoin. But then when you start going into the depth of it, you start educating them more. But at least they've heard about it,
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just want to have the question, are you busy tonight? It's like, please stop
Just something
talking
to
about
do.
this. I don't know what the hell it is. Just ask me how my night's been. I'll deal with that.
Right, well, Ben, I think that's everything for now. It's been fantastic to chat to you. Do you want to let the guys know how to find Changeangel and how to get hold of you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've got Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, Twitter is our mainstay location, but we also have a fantastic Telegram group. A lot of the founders, devs, community members are in our Telegram, so it'd be a cool place to see a lot more of the community in there.
Yeah, it's bumping that group, isn't it? Especially on a good day. You got some nice
Yeah.
tweets going on about you guys. It's buzzing in there.
I mean, we've got some real OGs in there, As I say, I call them OGs, but that's because it winds them up because they don't like being called that. But
Is it the old bit they have the problem with?
probably. But yeah, as I say, we've got a lot of the lead devs. It's not your usual pump and dump Telegram. You've got the real founders and development people who are actually willing to talk to the community, and also they back each other up. As in,
they
if someone
don't
says,
squabble and shit.
yeah,
They
no,
look out for each other.
if someone says something nice about Redcoin, Digibyte will back them up, or Verge will back them up. Vice versa. It's just great. Yeah,
No,
so
it's nice to
that'd
see.
be nice. Yeah, Twitter and Telegram, Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, Matt, we'll put your links in the description, so they're below as well.
Awesome.
Yep, we'll be down there. It's obviously Changeangel is a great exchange, and obviously we love it. And hopefully this podcast and the exposure we give it on our Twitter feed now and again all helps drive people towards your site and helps improve the good causes that you support.
Thank you very much, man.
If you don't start using Changeangel, we'll send Ben and his army boys down to sort you out. Don't worry.
And on that bombshell, thank you to Ben and thank you to Alex for all the interesting questions. And we'll speak to you guys soon.
Thank you for your
See you
time,
soon.
guys.
Thank you very much.